What if I told you there's a simple spice, smaller than your fingernail, capable of making warm blood circulate through your virility again in just 60 seconds? I'm not talking about pills, medical prescriptions, or tricks. I'm talking about something natural and ignored and surprisingly powerful. For many men over 60, this small spice has reignited their energy, improved their circulation, and even restored the kind of intimacy they thought was lost forever. I am Dr. Ana Cardoso, a physician graduated from USP, University of Sao Paulo, a specialist in nutrology from the Federal University of Sao Paulo, with over 25 years of experience in men's health, and a researcher in the Department of Andrology. And what I'm about to share with you is not theory. It's what I use with real patients every day. Here's the strange part. This spice was used by warriors before battles and by men before intimacy for centuries. However, modern medicine completely ignores it. Now, new science confirms what ancestral wisdom has always known. The compound hidden inside this spice can naturally increase blood flow and even outperform synthetic pills without the side effects. In this video, I will guide you through 10 essential truths: why erections weaken after 60, what is secretly blocking your circulation, and how just one clove a day can restore hormonal balance, energy, and sleep. I will give you the exact 60-second method, the best time to take it, and what to expect after 7, 14, and 30 days. And stay with me because the most important moment, the one that ties it all together, comes at the end. Your health hasn't disappeared. It's just waiting to be awakened again. Let's begin. Before we dive in, make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another natural health tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if you find this video helpful, write clove in the comments. Your feedback helps me create better and more effective content just for you. Now let's begin with the truth most men have never heard. The truth no one tells you. If your erections have weakened or feel weaker after 60, it's not your fault. And it's not just aging. In fact, there's a clear and reversible reason for this to happen. And understanding it is the first step to regaining your strength. I will never forget a man named Roberto who came to my office in Sao Paulo a few years ago. He was 67, retired, and sat silently before saying, "Doctor, I just don't feel like a man anymore." He wasn't asking for a miracle. He just wanted to feel alive again, present, confident, and connected to his partner. And what he didn't know at the time, what most men don't realize, is that his situation wasn't unique. In fact, it's something I hear from thousands of men. Here's what's happening. After 60, the blood vessels that feed your virility begin to harden and narrow. These vessels are incredibly small, about the size of a hair. And any inflammation, stress, or poor circulation over the years slowly closes them off. Erections don't disappear overnight. They fade little by little, and when that happens, your confidence is shaken. But here's what matters most. This is not permanent. It's not irreversible, and it's certainly not your fault. Your body still remembers how to respond. It's just waiting for the right support, the right trigger, to open up blood flow again. No pill can restore this natural function forever, but nature knows how to heal. And one overlooked spice contains the exact compound needed to kickstart this process naturally in minutes. So the question is, what is this spice, and how does it work so quickly to restore blood flow in men over 60? Let me show you the power of clove. When I began researching natural remedies for blood flow and intimacy issues in older men, I didn't expect to find something so powerful hidden in something so small. But then I found clove, a spice I had seen in countless kitchens, used during holidays, barely noticed. What caught my attention wasn't just the tradition behind it, but a compound inside it called eugenol. Eugenol is what gives clove its strong, warm aroma. But more than that, it's a natural vasodilator. This means it helps blood vessels relax and open up, especially those that have become tight, narrow, and rigid with age. This is exactly the problem we just talked about. The reason erections weaken is that blood can't get where it needs to go. Eugenol helps change that, and the most incredible part is how fast it works. When you chew whole cloves, the oils begin to be absorbed directly through the soft tissues of your mouth. This means eugenol enters your bloodstream almost instantly. There's no need to wait for hours like with pills. Within minutes, men report a gentle warmth spreading through the lower body. It's subtle, not overwhelming, but it's real. A sign that blood flow is returning. I remember a patient, a 71-year-old man named Carlos from Belo Horizonte, who told me after a week of using cloves, it's like something inside me woke up. That's the power of eugenol, not just improving blood flow, but restoring the feeling of being fully alive again. Now that you know the secret ingredient, let me show you exactly how to use it, because how you consume it makes all the difference. The 60-second method. When I first recommended clove to my patients, I quickly learned that how you use it matters as much as using it at all. One man, Enrique, 73, from Recife, was sprinkling clove powder in his tea, wondering why nothing was changing. I told him, it's not just what you take, it's how you activate it. That's when I guided him through the simple 60-second method. And within a week, Enrique called to say he had felt warmth and energy down there that he hadn't felt in years. So here's exactly how to do it right. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves, not powder, not oil, just the dried flower bud. Place them between your molars and bite gently until you feel them break. For the first 30 seconds, don't chew. Just let the oil sit and mix with your saliva. This is when eugenol begins to be absorbed through the soft tissues of your mouth, entering your bloodstream directly. Then, chew slowly for the next 30 seconds. Let every drop of oil release. You can spit out the remains or swallow them. By then, the active compounds have already started working. And here's the beauty of it. This method takes just 1 minute a day. No pills, no appointments, no waiting rooms. Just a simple ritual you can do in your kitchen that supports blood flow, calm, and confidence. But when you chew is just as important as how you chew. Next, I want to show you the exact times of day that make this method even more powerful. Moments when your body is naturally ready to absorb and respond. This is where the real transformation begins. The best times to use. Clove. Over the years, I've learned that timing is everything, especially when it comes to natural healing. One of my patients, Geraldo, a 69-year-old retiree from Curitiba, was faithfully chewing cloves every day, but wasn't noticing much change. When I asked when he was taking them, he said, usually right after lunch or before brushing my teeth at night. I smiled and said, let's adjust that. And once we adjusted the timing, the results came quickly. Deeper sleep, more intense energy, and stronger morning erections in just 2 weeks. Here's what's happening. Your body responds differently depending on the time of day. The best time I've found for most men is about 1 hour before bed. This is when your nervous system is naturally slowing down, your blood pressure is stabilizing, and your body is preparing for hormonal recovery. Chewing cloves at night helps set the stage for deep, uninterrupted sleep, exactly when testosterone is produced. The second best time is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This is when you can boost your blood flow, clear that foggy feeling, and start the day with renewed clarity. Some of my patients even chew cloves before exercise or intimacy to enhance performance and presence. It's like priming the engine before turning the key. Remember, this is more than just a spice. It's a tool. And when used at the right time, it becomes something powerful. But timing is just one piece of the puzzle. Because if your body is stuck in a state of stress, no amount of circulation can fix what's really draining your strength. Let's talk about that next. The silent killer of hormones. I'll be honest with you. When a man tells me his energy is low, his drive is fading, and he just doesn't feel like himself anymore, I don't always look at testosterone levels first. I look at his stress. Because what most men don't realize is that stress is the silent killer of hormones, especially after 60. One man I worked with, Donato from Rio de Janeiro, had almost perfect test results, but still felt completely drained. He carried the weight of family worries, financial pressure, and years of unresolved tension. And his body showed it. Not in his blood tests, but in how he lived. Here's what's happening. When your body is under chronic stress, it pumps out cortisol, the fight-or-flight hormone. And cortisol and testosterone are enemies. When cortisol rises, testosterone always falls. That's why even a healthy man can feel lethargic, disconnected, or emotionally numb if stress is in control. This is where clove becomes more than just a spice. It contains a powerful compound called beta-caryophyllene. This natural agent interacts with special receptors in your brain responsible for calm, balance, and emotional reset. Minutes after chewing cloves, many men report feeling lighter, clearer, and more emotionally stable. Not sedated, but secure. And this is what allows testosterone to start working again because your body can only rebuild when it feels safe enough to stop surviving and start thriving. So, if you feel like you're constantly under pressure, this small ritual may be the release valve your system needs. But here's the real magic: when your stress decreases and your testosterone increases, something else happens while you sleep. And it's something most men have no idea is possible. The sleep connection. Sleep is something most people take for granted until they start losing it. I've sat across from men in their 60s and 70s who say, I sleep, but I wake up tired, or I wake up every 2 hours like clockwork. What many of them don't realize is that poor sleep isn't just about fatigue. It's the foundation for everything, especially hormonal health. One man I treated, Francisco, 68, could barely sleep through the night. But after a week of using the clove method before bed, he told me, finally, I'm dreaming again and waking up with something I hadn't felt in years. Here's why. Your body produces most of its testosterone during the deepest stages of sleep, those quiet, uninterrupted hours when your system repairs itself. If you're tossing and turning or waking up frequently, your body never gets the chance to rebuild. And that has real consequences. Lower testosterone, less motivation, and yes, weaker erections. What makes cloves so effective is its ability to gently calm the nervous system while improving blood flow at the same time. The compound eugenol opens up the vessels, while beta-caryophyllene soothes the brain. Together, they create the ideal environment for recovery, not just from the day, but from years of wear and tear. So, if sleep has become something you dread instead of something that restores you, this small nighttime ritual can change everything. But there's something else that might be sabotaging your erections, and most men don't even think to look for it. It doesn't come from your bloodstream, it starts inside your mouth. The hidden threat in your mouth. Most men are shocked when I tell them that one of the biggest threats to their erections could be hiding right behind their smile. It sounds strange, I know, but time and again, I've seen men struggling with weak blood flow, low energy, and even chronic fatigue, only to discover that the real culprit was inflammation starting in their gums. I remember a patient, Carlos, 72, who had almost given up on restoring his sex life. Nothing was working. But during a casual conversation, he mentioned that his gums bled every time he brushed his teeth. That's when it all made sense. Your mouth is one of the fastest pathways to your bloodstream. When bacteria from gum disease enter your circulation, they spread silent inflammation throughout your body. And those tiny vessels we talked about earlier, the ones responsible for erections, are the first to be affected. It's like trying to pump water through a garden hose full of mud. The pressure is there, but the flow is blocked. What makes cloves so valuable here is its natural antiseptic power. Eugenol is a strong antibacterial compound that targets harmful microbes right at the source, your gums. When you chew whole cloves, the oils penetrate the tissues, cleaning as they go. And it's not just about fresh breath. It's about clean blood. Because when your mouth is healthy, your circulation improves. And when your circulation improves, your virility responds. So, if you've been neglecting your oral health, it might be time to rethink everything. What to expect? The 30-day transformation. When you start using clove consistently, changes begin to appear faster than you might imagine. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is hearing how small, consistent changes create real transformations. I remember a man named Tomas, 105 years old from Salvador, who started the clove method a little skeptically. He had tried supplements before, pills, powders, nothing seemed to last, but I told him, give this 30 days. Just 1 minute a day, observe what happens. And he did. What followed was a quiet but powerful change, one that reflects what I've seen in countless men. In the first 7 days, most men begin to feel something subtle, a lightness in the chest, a gentle warmth in the lower body. Sleep becomes a little deeper. Mornings feel a little less sluggish. It's not dramatic. It's foundational. Your body is adjusting. Your blood is moving. By day 14, the changes start to accelerate. You might notice more mental clarity and emotional stability. Waking up becomes easier. Some men report spontaneous erections or a stronger morning erection, something they thought was gone forever. Confidence returns not just in the bedroom, but in how you carry yourself. By day 30, the deepest changes take hold. Circulation feels stronger. Erections feel firmer, more consistent. You're sleeping better, handling stress more easily, and feeling present in your own body again. You're not chasing youth, you're reclaiming vitality. But here's what makes this even more significant. It's not just about what clove does for your body, it's about what it awakens in your spirit. Because when you start to feel strong again, you show up differently in every part of your life. You are not broken. If you've made it this far, I want to say something from the heart. You are not broken. I've had so many men sit across from me, ashamed, defeated, wondering what happened to the man they used to be. They whisper about how they've lost their spark, how they feel invisible, how their strength seems to be slipping through their fingers. And I always tell them the same thing. Decline is not your destiny. You are not finished. You're just disconnected from your own power. Because here's the truth. Your body remembers. Your mind remembers. Even if it's been years since you felt fully alive, the systems that once gave you energy, intimacy, and drive are still inside you. They've just been buried under stress, poor circulation, sleepless nights, and silent inflammation. But these things can be reversed. Not with magic, not with miracles, but with simple natural tools and the courage to start again. What clove represents isn't just a spice. It's a signal to your body that it's time to wake up, that you're ready to heal, ready to feel strong, centered, and confident again. The results aren't overnight, but they're real. And what starts with a small change in circulation can spread to every part of your life. So don't measure your worth by how you feel right now. Measure it by the man you're becoming. One day, one decision, one clove at a time. Your next step. Now that you've made it this far, you're probably wondering exactly what to do next. Let's put it all together because your plan for lasting strength starts right here. Here's your next step. Buy a small jar of whole cloves. Keep it somewhere visible where you'll remember it. Every day, take just 2 or 3. Break them gently between your molars. Hold, then chew. Just 60 seconds. That's all it takes to start changing how you feel, sleep, and perform. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's been waiting for a signal, and now you've found it. 1 minute, 1 clove, 1 decision. Your strength is coming back. Welcome back. Bonus, how to maximize the effects of clove. To further enhance the effects of clove, consider these complementary strategies. Combine the clove ritual with a spoonful of pure honey. Honey contains boron, a mineral linked to testosterone production, and it also helps balance blood sugar, another crucial factor for hormonal health. Add a 10-minute light walk after chewing clove in the morning. Physical movement amplifies the circulation that eugenol has just triggered, allowing the benefits to reach every cell in your body faster. Practice deep breathing while chewing clove. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, and exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. This breathing technique activates the parasympathetic system, allowing your body to better absorb and utilize the active compounds. Remember to choose high-quality cloves. Opt for organic whenever possible, as they contain higher levels of essential oils. The cloves should have a strong, intense aroma. If they smell weak, they've likely lost some of their properties. Store your cloves in an airtight container, away from direct light and heat, to preserve the active compounds longer. And if possible, buy fresh whole cloves regularly instead of keeping a large stock for months. For men already using medications for blood pressure or circulation, it's important to note that clove can enhance these effects. Always consult your doctor before starting this protocol, especially if you take blood thinners or hypertension medications. Cloves have been used in traditional Brazilian medicine for generations. Healers from the interior of Minas Gerais and the Amazon region have long recognized their power to restore male vitality. This wisdom, passed down through generations, now finds validation in the latest medical research conducted at USP and UNIFESP. What impresses me most about this method is its simplicity. In a world of complex and expensive solutions, Something so small and accessible can make such a profound difference. It's a reminder that nature has already provided many of the answers we seek. Many of my patients ask if they should continue using clove once they start feeling the results. My answer is always the same. Think of clove not as a temporary treatment, but as a lifelong practice. Just as you brush your teeth daily to maintain oral health, the clove ritual can become a way to maintain your circulation and vitality at any age. Start today. Don't wait for the perfect consultation, the perfect product, or the perfect moment. Your body is ready to heal now. Your journey back to strength and confidence begins with this single, simple step. I often tell my patients, the male body has an incredible capacity for regeneration, no matter the age. I've seen men in their 70s, 80s, even 85 regain sensations and functions they thought were lost forever. The secret lies in consistency, faith in the process, and the willingness to give your body the tools it needs. If this video was helpful to you, subscribe to the You're Not a Dakura channel here. Turn on the notification bell to receive the next videos. Like this video and write the word clove in the comments to receive our complete guide with the detailed protocol and more secrets to enhance your results. In the next video, I'll reveal the 3 Brazilian foods that, when combined with the clove method, amplify the results by up to 300%. They're ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen, but you've never imagined they could transform your intimate health so deeply. I'm Dr. Ana Cardoso, and I'll see you in the next video.